face. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes on the road.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through. The end zone for a touchback. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. After the run, Newton going to throw. He's got a man, complete, past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Jackson. He's got Evans. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
First down. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Watch the slant.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Jones.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check. Lucky.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. He finds his target. It's Evans. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Newton throwing complete to Samuel. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. But remember, last year in Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, you know, and me and my crew, we got to see him. When they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, head coach Ron Rivera told the media that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. At each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, no doubt he's got the leg, but this time couldn't put it through. Jackson on 1st down. Caught by Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll try again with Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get it.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Let's go! Right there, 54, right there, 54. We got it.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he'll find Hall. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 27, Newton rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to go down again. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go. 37-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He completes it to Evans. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Jackson throwing again. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, no one. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Hey, right. That's right, baby.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He finds Howard complete. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And they try to sweep to Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Newton and Olsen here with a connection. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Now Newton on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Check 20. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's go, D.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run it with Jones. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 49 yards on the ground.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Throwing on second and 14. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. That'll bring up second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Mike. 59. Mike. Check. 59.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And a pressure gets to him again. Gerald McCoy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
We want it. Come to my work. Show it. Greg. Get him.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Ready. Check play 39. I'm trying to collect. Ready.
Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A strong running. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're...
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Buccaneers have it.
Yeah, baby. We got it.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Barber on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 29, Jackson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
And 8 yards to go.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 54.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He may try and run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Touchdown, Carolina. Jarius Wright, 85 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Gano now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It was a play that was designed to trick the defense, to try and fool them. They didn't gain a huge chunk of yardage, but they did pick up a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Here's Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Jackson to throw. He's got Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 7.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll go again to Jones. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
There goes Green, the 20, and he scores! No flags anywhere, and they return it to the house to win the game.
A return!
This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream, maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for the Panthers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Honey, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play.